Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So I kind of wanted to talk about the Lakers hiring J.J. Redick as their next head coach. And I'm just going to be brutally honest with you, man. Like, I'm probably not even going to talk about J.J. Redick specifically because, to me, the issue with the Lakers is not the fucking head coaching position. Like, I'm going to be honest, man. Like, the Lakers have probably the most unrealistic expectations of any team in the NBA. And the reason I say that is because every year we keep hearing like, oh, the Lakers are gonna go again. The Lakers are gonna go again. The Lakers are gonna go again. Right? Like, and they're a team that it's like, yes, they're a solid team, but they're not getting past the second round. They're not a team, like, they're not better than OKC. They're not better than the Denver Nuggets. They're not better than shit, even the fucking New Orleans Pelicans. Like, this is a team that is playing in a Western Conference that is only getting better. You know, they're not better than the Timberwolves. I mean, who else? Sacramento is even a stretch. I mean, they finished the season 47-35. And for whatever reason, every 2 years, this team is changing head coaches like it's making a fucking difference. You know what I'm saying? They fired Frank Vogel after he won an NBA championship with them. And they're bringing Darvin Ham, like they have no problems making the playoffs. The problem is their roster is simply not good enough for them to make a championship run. It's just not. I mean, the Timber. I just ran down a list of 3 or 4 teams that are better than them. Their issue is not the head coaching position. Their issue is their roster construction. This is a team that, I'm just gonna be brutally honest with you, needs to stop fucking listening to LeBron James. It's a team that needs to stop worrying about what the fuck the old man wants. You know, like, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. LeBron's a great player, okay? Like, arguably the greatest player of all time. But the thing is, how long are we going to keep doing what LeBron James wants when it's not working? It's not. It hasn't been working. Ever since they won their fucking championship in 2020, right? They decide everything this team has done has been centered around what LeBron James wants. And every move they've made that LeBron James wants has not worked. You know, they traded KCP, Montrezl Harrell, and I think Kyle Kuzma in order to acquire Russell Westbrook. Okay? Russell Westbrook was a colossal failure for them. So they get rid of him. Then they bring in D'Angelo Russell. And ever since they got rid of all that depth to bring on Russell Westbrook, they just have not been the same team. This is a team that's been scraping at the bottom of the barrel to find fucking talent to put around LeBron James in order to get this team back to the finals. They've been taking flyers on dudes that teams have given up on. I mean, they took a flyer on Cam Reddish. They took a flyer on Jackson Hayes. It's just, how long are we going to keep doing this? You know what I'm saying? How long are we going to keep doing this until we finally address the real problem? I get that you want to keep LeBron James happy, but like, this team is literally ruining their entire franchise just to keep one man happy who is probably going to retire in the next year or two. Like, I understand the Lakers are living for now, but you need to stop. You need to stop living for now. You need to start living in the future. You need to start thinking about post-LeBron James. And for whatever reason, they're not doing it. For whatever reason, they're going to continue to listen to dude, and they're going to draft Bronny James, who doesn't even fucking belong in the NBA. Okay, Bronny James isn't even an NBA prospect, but here we are pretending like LeBron James' son, Bronny James, is an NBA prospect now when he's not. He should spend another year or two in college before he ever goes to the NBA. But because it's LeBron James' son, you know, where all the talking heads on ESPN are gonna hype him up like he is the second coming of Michael Jordan or the second coming of his father, and then he's gonna get drafted to a fucking team, and they're gonna play him in the fucking G League for the rest of his career until he finally develops into like a guy that you can actually let touch an NBA floor. I mean, this is stupid. Like, I'm just going to call it what it is. It's fucking stupid. Like, I'm just curious, right? If we look at the Lakers roster, right? This is a team that, ever since they traded for Anthony Davis and stuff like that, they've been just scraping along trying to find guys that are good. I mean, they brought in Taurean Prince. They have Austin Reeves, who's good. Rui Hachimura has been right. They have Max Christie. They took a flyer on Christian Wood. They took a flyer on Cam Reddish. They took a flyer on Spencer Dinwiddie. They signed Gabe Vincent, who hasn't been the same player for the Lakers that he was for the Miami Heat. They took a flyer on Harry Giles. I mean, like, what are we doing? They have Maxwell Lewis, who's a rookie from Pepperdine. It's just... I look at this roster and I'm like, Jared Vanderbilt looked like a guy who was basically unplayable in the playoffs. Like, he's a good offensive rebounder. Like, Jared Vanderbilt's a good rebounder, but that's kind of where the train stops on him. This is not a championship roster. It's not. Jalen Hood-Schifino's going to be a second-year guy. Same thing with Maxwell Lewis. He's going to be a second-year guy. But... I just, like, they got Colin Castleton on their roster. Like, they've got a bunch of fucking no-names on their roster, or guys who are coming up. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood are all right. Cam Reddish had moments with the Lakers, but Taurean Prince is 29. You know, it's just... This team really needs to consider putting more talented players around LeBron James and Anthony Davis, because this is not going to get it done. You know, I understand, like I said, LeBron James is still one of the greatest players of all time, but this isn't 2012, 2016 LeBron anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron does not play defense. And I hate to say this, man. This is probably going to irritate Lakers fans, and I don't care. I feel like any head coach that goes to the Lakers is being set up to fail. I feel like J.J. Redick is being set up to fail, because as soon as this team doesn't make the playoffs, right, and the West is only getting better, as soon as any LeBron James-led team, if they don't make the playoffs, or if they don't make the second round, or if it doesn't go the way that they wanted it to, the head coach is the guy who is always the scapegoat. And not for nothing, but a lot of head coaches get fired that should not get fired. And I know we just talked about Monty Williams yesterday, but Monty Williams deserved to be fired. Monty Williams was not even trying to make that team better, right? Monty Williams legitimately deserved to lose his job with the Detroit Pistons. But... like, this Lakers team, like, I get that, like, a lot of the players didn't like Darvin Ham, right? I understand that, right? But the thing is, you never needed Darvin Ham in the first place. Had you just kept Frank Vogel around, you probably would have been fine. You know, you would have been, like, didn't they fire Frank Vogel after they won, like, 59 fucking games? It's just, for whatever reason, this team continually goes through head coaches, and... it's like the only change. They think changing head coaches means like their roster is just going to be magically better. And I hate to break it to you, but actually no, Frank Vogel, so it was 42-30. Okay, so they had 52 wins under Frank Vogel in 2019-2020. 2020-2021, they went 42-30. And then in 2021-2022, they went 33-49. And then this upcoming year, or 2022-2023, then they brought in Darvin Ham. They went 43-39, and then with Darvin Ham again, they went 47-35. Yeah, like, this is a team that I just don't think the head coaching is the problem. Like, this is a team this past year that was 15th in offensive rating and 16th in defensive rating. Literally a middle of the pack team in every single aspect. So... I don't know. You know what? I feel for J.J. Redick, man. I love watching his podcast. I understand that he really, really, really wanted to get into head coaching, but the Lakers job, like the Lakers job was probably not the place. Like, if he would have went to Detroit or, Greg Popovich, I don't know when Greg Popovich is going to retire, but if he would have taken an assistant job in San Antonio and just sat behind Greg Popovich, or any team really, like, this is a guy that I get that he wanted to be a head coach, but I don't think this changes anything for the Lakers. I really don't. You know, yeah, JJ Redick does have a good basketball mind. He's very, very familiar with the modern NBA game. But I will live and die by what Udonis Haslem said about this. Udonis Haslem put it perfectly, that the Lakers are not a championship roster, and no matter what head coach you give them, they're not a championship team. I will say this, Paul George not going to the 76ers anymore does present a unique opportunity for the Lakers. Like, if Paul George is going to take less money and wants an opportunity to win a ring, if you would take a vet minimum deal and go play with LeBron and AD, okay, yeah, then we can talk championship. But until you make a big splash and find a decent third player to put around Anthony Davis and LeBron James, Austin Reeves is pretty good, but he's not exactly the entire package. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a good player, but he's not enough. You need to add some fucking depth to this team. And honestly, if I were LeBron, if you really want to win another ring, you need to come back to the Lakers for less money. The guy's already a fucking billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, if LeBron James wants to go out and go out on a bang instead of going out sad, what LeBron James needs to do is take less money, come back to the Lakers, and allow them to sign a Paul George or a DeMar DeRozan or, I don't know, just somebody. Because the roster is the problem with this team, not the head coach. I hate that shit, man. Like the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks fired Mike Budenholzer when they shouldn't have. And now he's the head coach of the Phoenix Suns. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like way too often our head coach is the scapegoat in the NBA when some of these things are the GM's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like making trades that you shouldn't make or listening to players when you shouldn't. Like the Bucks, they got rid of Mike Budenholzer, brought in Adrian Griffin. They listened to Giannis on it, and for whatever reason, you know, like the head coach is the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Nobody listen. Oh, it's Adrian Griffin's fault why the Bucks suck. Okay, so we're not gonna blame Giannis for wanting to bring him in. We're not gonna blame the front office for getting rid of Mike Budenholzer when Giannis didn't even play in that fucking series. You know, like the series they lost to Miami, not this past year because they didn't play Miami, but the year before. Okay, when they played Miami and they lost. Okay. Giannis didn't play the entire, like, most of the first round. And you're going to fire the head coach for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, the head coach doesn't control fucking injuries. You know, that's the front office's job. The front office determines who plays and who doesn't and, you know, the medical staff. It's just, I get it. You're like, don't get me wrong, man. I'm excited for JJ Redick. I think it's great for him. You know, he's getting the bag. He's locking in a 4-year deal with the Lakers. However, okay, I don't think this changes anything for the Lakers. I would, honestly, an argument can be made that Darvin Ham is a better coach than JJ Redick until we see the sample size. Because Brian Windhorst said it, and I knew that this was the purpose of this hiring, is that JJ Redick was hired strictly based on potential. Now, JJ Redick's got to put together a coaching staff and try to coach, like, one of the most, like, uncoachable guys in the NBA in LeBron James. Okay? Like, honestly, with the Lakers, do you even need a head coach? Like honestly, do you even need a head coach? Because we all know LeBron's running that team. You know, if LeBron James is making the fucking roster moves and telling the GM who he's gonna draft and who he's gonna sign and who he's gonna trade for, do you think he's not calling the shots on the floor as like a player coach? You know what I'm saying? It just, to me, I hate this shit. I really do. And you know what? I really, really like JJ Redick's podcast, and I would hate it for him to get like his reputation all fucked up because he went and coached LeBron James, and like this is just one of those things where I feel like LeBron's gonna be the head coach and JJ Redick's just gonna be a tag along. That's the way I feel about this, and I'm sorry I'm not more optimistic about it, but I'm so tired of this. I really am. I'm tired of it. The Lakers have been through like fucking 1,000,001 head coaches over the past like 6 or 8 years, and nothing ever changes. You know, it's not trading away Cantavius Caldwell-Pope. It's not getting rid of Montrezl Harrell. It's not getting rid of Kyle Kuzma. Okay, it's not trading for Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that shit. Okay, it's the head coach is the problem. No, maybe stop listening to your fucking GM over there on the fucking bench and actually do your fucking job, Rob Pelinka. That's what you should do. I'm so tired of this, man. Like, I want to like the Lakers. I really do. But every move that they've made since 2020, we're working on 2024, 2025 right now, okay? We're going to be in the 2025 NBA season next year. And this will be going on year 5 of listening to Le GM and having it not fucking work and be like utter dog shit. And for whatever reason, head coaches are the scapegoat. It's like, yeah, the head coach is the problem, not the fucking player that we've been listening to as for draft picks, for free agent signings, for trades. You're going to draft Bronny James and he's not even an NBA prospect because LeBron James wants us to. Like, I get it. I get that LeBron James is who he is, but at some point in time, like, you got to do your fucking job and stop letting LeBron do it for you. So, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.